Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going over an article from the state of Kentucky which talks about Andy Beshear trying to make the Kentucky 6th District, which is currently held by Republican Andy Barr, who is running for U.S. Senate in Kentucky. Beshear anticipates a competitive race for Barr's 6th congressional district seat. During his weekly Team Kentucky update last Thursday, Governor Andy Beshear said he expects a likely primary on both sides. He said, quote, "My hope is that it will be an election about serving the people of the 6th congressional district and not just pledging loyalty to this person or that person," he said. "One of the biggest problems we have in D.C. is people vote vote in lockstep on every single vote with their party instead of looking at what's best for the residents of their community. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee views Barr's congressional seat as vulnerable when Democrats hope to gain and swing control of the U.S. House of Representatives back in their favor." A spokesperson for the National Republican Congressional Electoral Committee called the idea delusional and embarrassing. Barr has held Kentucky's 6th district, which includes Lexington, Richmond, and Georgetown, for more than 13 years. He has won 7 out of 8 elections since 2012. Quote, "If we can see people step up and take that oath very seriously, both to support and defend the U.S. Constitution, which means you've got to treat your branch like a separate co-equal branch and stand up against other branches when they are pushing to your territory or ignoring duly passed laws that the U.S. Congress passed, that plus serving constituencies would create a much better democracy for us," Beshear said. Barr is running for Senator McConnell's seat. He is campaigning against fellow Republican Daniel Cameron and Democrat Pamela Stephenson. Now, the district that this is District 6, which is located in central Kentucky. It is part of Lexington, Richmond, and Georgetown. The incumbent is Republican Andy Barr, who was reelected with 62.7% in 2022. Right now, on the Republican primary, Ryan Dotson, a state representative, is the only declared candidate, though there have been 4 other candidates who have expressed interest in running: Deanna Frazier Gordon, Matt Lockett, Amanda Mays Bledsoe, and Damon Thayer, the former majority leader of the Kentucky Senate, with 2 other Republicans, Donald Douglas and Ryan Quarles, mentioned as potential candidates as well. On the Democratic side of things, Morgan Eves, the executive director of the Kentucky Democratic Party, has expressed interest, as has David Klober, a candidate for mayor in 2022, and Sherilyn Stevenson, a former state rep from the 88th District. Of the potential candidates, there are a lot of potential candidates mentioned. Rocky Adkins, who is a senior advisor to Governor Beshear, could be a potential candidate, as well as Zach Dembo, Colin Elridge, Jim Gray, Allison Lundergan Grimes, who once ran for Senate in 2014 against Mitch McConnell, and Reggie Thomas. As for the rankings, Cook Political Report, Inside Elections, and Saddle Crystal Ball all have this district listed as solid Republican, and if you start to look at this race, you kind of start to see why. So the recent election results in this district, which is right here, this is Kentucky 6, Barr won by 26.1%. In 2022, he won by 29.1%. In 2020, it looks like the map in Kentucky was redrawn for following the census, the 2020 census, and this district seemed to get more red. In 2020, it was 16.4% for Barr. In 2022, it went up to 29%. In 2018, before it was redrawn, Barr only won by 3.2%. 2016, Barr won by 22.2%. 2014, Barr won it by 20 points. 2012, Barr won it by 4 points. And you have to go back to 2010, the last time it was Democrat, when the Democrat Chandler defeated Barr by 0.27%. So the only advantage the Democrats have in this district is that it's an open race. That Andy Barr, for the first time since, I believe it's 2010? Yeah, since 2010, he will not be on the ballot. So that gives the Democrats a little bit of optimism, but this district has certainly voted in the safe Republican margin now for every single election going back until 2018, where it was only lean Republican. So it's worth noting in 2018, it did get very competitive. For the Cook Political Voter Index for this district, in 2023, it was Republican plus 9. For 2025, it was Republican plus 7. So if anything, it's a likely Republican district, and Andy Barr was pretty much doubling and even tripling what the Cook PVI is of that district in his election efforts. So I can see why the Democrats would feel optimism about this district, seeing that now that Andy Barr will not be the incumbent, it'll be an open race. Maybe the Republicans who are doing like 20-25% margin of victories or so, maybe that Barr is not the candidate. It'll be a new Republican that's not as well known. Maybe the Democrats see an opportunity here in trying to make this race competitive. When you look at the Cook Political Report rankings for a lot of House races, as I mentioned, this race is not even on the list of the most competitive races for the Cook Political Report in 2026. It's not even in the likely Republican column over here. It's in the safe Republican column. So I don't think the Democrats are going to be able to win this race. I think it'd be very tough for them. But Republican +7 is not the biggest margin, depending on how the 2026 midterms end up going. For example, looking at the polling right now for the 2026 generic ballot, Democrats currently lead by 1.9%, but we're also only about 5 months or so into President Trump's term. Things are going to change over the next year and a half or so, and historically things have gotten usually worse for the president throughout a term than better. It's happened with Obama and Trump and Biden and Bush, so it's more likely than not Trump's numbers will go down and the Democrats' lead in the generic ballot will probably go up as anti-Trump sentiment gets in for 2026. The question will be, though, will it be enough to make this Republican +7 district based on the 2025 Cook PVI truly competitive? That remains to be seen. It makes sense, though, why the Democrats are targeting this race. I was doing a prior video in Wisconsin. Let me just bring it back to that. If you look at the state of Kentucky, this district right here, let me get the Democratic margin here. If this district can actually flip to the Democrats, this would give the Democrats a 219 to 216 majority for the Republicans, where then the Democrats are only down in the House by about 2 more seats. If they flip 2 more seats, they would have the House majority. One video I already did was on Nebraska's 2nd District with Republican Don Bacon. If the Democrats flip there, the Democrats only need 1 more seat. Maybe it's Iowa's 1st District with Marinette Miller Meeks. This gives the Democrats a 1-seat majority in the United States House of Representatives. I don't think this district is going to be going to the Democrats. I think right now it's probably starting a safe Republican until proven otherwise, maybe likely Republican if you really want to be optimistic about it. But I think at this moment in time, the Democrats and Andy Beshear would like to make this race competitive for at very least giving the Democrats as many opportunities as possible to try and pick up House seats in 2026. But make sure to leave a comment below. Tell me your thoughts about this video and about this news. Do you think the Democrats can make that race competitive in 2026? Why or why not? Leave a comment below telling me your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.